Thank you very much, Speaker Valerie. Dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, coronavirus pandemic has been disastrous influence in all spheres of society. With millions of diseases and those with permanently damaged health, and with our healthcare systems and economic thrown on their knees, the social life has been brought to minimum. In a single word, it was a tragedy. Aside from our healthcare system, we wouldn't have allowed for our state authorities, parliaments and governments to be closed. Otherwise, the consequences of closing them would be devastating. Small European countries were especially hit hard because they had to struggle with ferocious virus, but also compete with big powers which directed their resources on purchasing vaccines and other equipment which was absolutely necessary during the struggle against COVID. Our parliaments had to adjust their functioning and also reassure citizens the situation was under control and that they could count on proper health care and the availability of medical devices and equipment. The work of the Parliament of Montenegro had been adjusted to the circumstances resulting from the new coronavirus in order to provide conditions for exercising regular parliamentary activities. The parliamentary sittings and working body meetings were held with the application of measures against spreading COVID-19 and with the support of the video conference system. In order to provide the observance of protective measures against spreading the virus and creating the legal basis for holding the parliamentary sittings and working body meetings, as well as the remote voting, the Parliament of Montenegro adopted two decisions on amending our rules of procedure. By amending the rules, it has been allowed to MPs whose freedom of movements have been restricted by the relevant authorities to decide in plenary sittings and in meetings of the working bodies outside of the parliamentary headquarters by using the safe ICT options. Even though it has caused numerous problems, we can also say that the pandemic was a catalyst for finding the new ways for the parliament's operations, and in a way, it has helped the acceleration of activities on introducing and upgrading the technical tools for the parliamentary business. With the aim of further improvement of transparency and openness of the Parliament of Montenegro and its accessibility to the citizens, the Parliament had provided a live broadcast of parliamentary working bodies as of October 2020. Recognizing the importance of the consistent connection with the citizens and providing them with timely information, especially during the pandemics, the Parliament launched on March 2021 the Parliamentary Channel, which, aside from our YouTube channel, is aimed at further opening of the Parliament towards the citizens. The Collegium of the President of the Parliament played an important role during the pandemic, which in addition to the regular meetings also had multiple meetings with the attendance of members of government, highest representatives of the state authorities and bodies, and other organizations and associations. Members of the Collegium also considered the activities of the National Coordination Body for Communicable Diseases and the measures undertaken for the protection of the Montenegrin citizens, while a special attention was devoted to the evaluation of preparedness and readiness of the Montenegro healthcare system in the said circumstances. The Collegium meetings also discussed the activities toward remediating the consequences of the economic vulnerability of enterprises and vulnerable group of citizens, economic and social sustainability during the pandemic, and especially the issues of maintaining the existing employment rate, adjusting and renewing the industrial activities, and gradually strengthening certain segments of economy. Dear colleagues, Parliament must remain open because no surge, not even the virus, must stop the democracy. In all our parliaments, we are now dealing with many problems which have been made visible by coronavirus pandemic and which did not appear as some pressing issues at first. Parliaments have to possess strong mechanisms and establish the necessary procedures to doing business in times of crisis. Our citizens expect from us concrete moves and measures but also security through the adoption of wise and timely decisions. I hope that soon we will witness the end of COVID-19 pandemic and that this lesson will be learned, not just for our countries, but whole world and Europe, and that we will be ready for facing similar challenges in the future. Thank you all for your attention.